Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got the regular bench guys coming in today. Give me a moment while I do that. There we go. I think that's everybody, and we'll flip that around a little bit. Alright, so this is game 4 of a 4-game set. We won the first one, the Braves won the last two, so we're playing for a split today. And if you watched yesterday, you could probably tell how disappointed I was and how that game went. But, if I'm being honest with myself, that sort of thing should probably happen more often than it does. Pitchers do have meltdowns. It's made me into a lazy or stubborn manager, maybe is a better way to put it. So I should have gone out and gotten Gonzalez, but I didn't. I let the beating continue in that 7th inning. We've only had a handful of blown saves, and I think that might be the only real meltdown we've had all year, so I really can't be that upset, but it was disappointing in the moment. But we'll start game 4. Jeff Francoeur leading things off for the Braves. Stitch on the mound, and he starts things off with the fastball. That's too low. Line drive back to Stitch. He can't get a glove on it, and neither can Phil, so that's going to dribble out into center field for a leadoff single. That'll bring Ruben Gauthier to the plate as Stitch checks on first. Comes to the plate this time, a curveball for a strike. Changeup bounces in, makes it 1-1. Behind on that fastball, 1-2. Called strike 3, a changeup on the outside corner. Mark Teixeira at the plate, 1 on, 1 out. Teixeira had the 3-run homer that really busted things open yesterday for the Braves. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat, and he will hit a dribbler to first. Terry goes to second, Joey back to first, not in time. So a runner still on first, but now with 2 outs for Brian McCann. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. And this one's a bit low. Another fastball goes over Stitch's head, and again, Phil can't catch up with it. That's another hit. Neither hit a hard hit ball, but middle infield not really getting the job done today. Stitch has got to be a little frustrated. Yunel Escobar at the plate. He's got an 0-2 count. Stitch 1 strike away from getting out of this, which he gets a swing and a miss to make that happen. So the Braves with a couple hits, but they do not score a run. Phil is going to lead things off for the Squirrels today. Braves look to have the same lineup that we have been seeing. Campillo on the mound. We've seen him a few times. First pitch to Phil is inside. This one called a strike. Looked a bit outside to me, but I guess they didn't ask me. Ground ball to second, Gauthier to first, 1 down. That'll bring Miyake to the plate. First pitch down and in. Called strike, makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Ground ball. Gauthier will field this one as well, but he falls down. It's going to be labeled a hit. So Quinton at the plate, 1 on, 1 out. He will bat left-handed. First pitch is inside. There's a called strike, makes it 1-1. outside, makes it 2-1. Swings at one that I think was outside as well. Evens the count at 2. Down in the dirt, we've got a full count. Only one out, though. Runner takes off anyway, but Miyake has to quickly stop as it's pulled foul. I'll try it again. Looks like he stays put this time, and Quinton fouls off another pitch. Ground ball towards the middle. Gotay to short. Escobar back to first in time. A 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. No scores. We go to the second, where Scott Hairston will lead things off.
Number 12, Scott Hairston, left field.
Stitch will start him off with a fastball for strike one. There's a called strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. One down, Nomar Garcia-Parra at the plate. First pitch called a strike. Slider gets a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Ground ball to third, Sweeney over to first. 2 down. Jeff Salazar at the plate. Starts off with the slider for a strike. Another slider for a strike, makes it 0-2. Fouled away. Still 0-2. Curveball gets a swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the inning. Still no scores. We go to the bottom of the second, where Terry will lead things off.
Number 4, Terry, first baseman.
First pitch called a strike, a changeup up in the zone. Slider pretty much down the middle, but Terry grounds it to first for the first out. That'll bring Frank to the plate. Looks at strike one. Into center field, and that will get down for another base hit. Brings Sweeney to the plate. He looks at strike one. Line drive, that'll get over Gotay's head and into right center. Runners on first and second for Martinez. Only one out. First pitch, a curveball on the outer half for strike one. Line drive up the middle. Will this score a run? No. Martinez comes through with a base hit, but Frank does not feel adventurous. So bases loaded with one away. Joey at the plate. First pitch, down and away. That curveball called a strike. 1-1. Hit right to Garcia-Parra at third, and this is where I think Frank really should have tried it. Now we've got Stitch at the plate with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Stitch a ground ball to second, and the Braves get out of the jam. Some timid base running leads to another scoreless inning. We go to the third, where Campillo will lead things off for the Braves.
Number 57, Jorge Campillo, pitcher.
First pitch is called a strike. Back to Stitch. He makes the grab. Had to get a little acrobatic out there. Jeff Francoeur with a weak grounder up the middle, but it got through for a base hit in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at the next pitch. 4 strikeouts for Stitch, first time through the Braves order. Got Francoeur at a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss there, strikeout number 5. 2 down, Ruben Gotay struck out in his first at-bat. This one rides inside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. Ground ball to first, Terry steps on the bag, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless, and the Squirrels back to the top of the order. Phil at the plate, his average in danger of going below the Mendoza line. Currently sitting at 201. Has a 1-1 count to start this at bat. Campillo has not struck a squirrel out yet. Won't do it here either. Fly ball into center. Salazar had to make a tougher catch than I thought it was going to be, but he does make it. Miyake got a base hit in his first at bat. That curveball called a strike. I'm not as sure about it. This one's outside. 1-1. Smacks this one foul down the third base side. Inside. Bit of a ballsy take by Miyake. Makes it 2-2. Called strike 3 down in the zone. 2 outs. Quinton at the plate. Hit into a double play in his first at bat. This fastball just a bit outside. Brings it in a little bit. Does get the call. 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. This one popped up. Garcia Parra waiting on it, and he makes the catch. Still no score as we go into the 4th inning, where Mark Teixeira will lead things off.
Number 24, Mark Teixeira.
Teixeira, I want to say, ground into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. He might have gotten the other hit. I can't remember, but he grounds out to second in that at-bat. No, McCann got the other hit. That's what I thought. He got another kind of weakly hit ball up the middle, but it was hard enough. Grounds out to second in this at-bat. 2 quick outs for the Braves. Yunel Escobar at the plate has already struck out today. Watches that fastball stay outside. And he hits a line drive into left center. That could roll a ways. Miyake is going to run it down, but not before Escobar is in with a 2-out double. All right, Scott Hairston then at the plate with the runner in scoring position. Stitch starts him off with the fastball for strike 1. Grounds a changeup, but it's foul down the third base line. 0-2. Slider gets a swing and a miss, and Stitch out of his mini jam. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels. Terry ground out to first in his first at-bat. Campillo starting to tire. He grounds out to first again. 1 down. Frank got a base hit, made it all the way to third, but didn't want to test out an arm, I guess. He did not even try for home on a base hit from Martinez. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. And this changeup misses up and out. Swing and a miss, make it 2-2. Hits this one high in the air. Salazar coming in, and he makes the grab. Sweeney got a base hit in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Fouls this one off right by the first base coach. 0-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, and that will end the 4th inning. Still no score as we move into the 5th, where Nomar Garcia Parra will lead things off.
Number 5, Nomar Garcia Parra.
Nomar fouls that pitch off his foot. It's called strike. Ground back to Stitch, who gets it to first for the first out of the inning.
12,
Jeff Salazar struck out in his first at-bat. That fastball misses inside. Another fastball ground towards first, but it's foul. Down in the dirt, Salazar does not chase it. 2-1. Stitch goes with the changeup, and that's fouled away. 2-2. Curveball bounces in. Salazar lays off. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Jorge Campillo is going to get to bat here, even though he, I don't believe, has much gas left in the tank for this game. He's got an 0-2 count at the plate. Hits a ground ball to short. Joey, with a bit of a crow hop, gets it there in time. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still no score. Martinez will lead things off. Martinez had what I think should have been an RBI double, or RBI single rather, but Frank did not try to go home on the hit for some reason. Martinez swings and misses at the first pitch. Hits this one. This will also be a base hit into right field, right down towards the corner. He's going to try to make it a double, and he does. He just beats that throw. And that will knock Campillo out of the game. Maxwell's going to take over. But he does inherit a runner on second with nobody out. Joey, credited with the line out. Hits this one into right. Francoeur makes the catch. Martinez didn't tag. I'm not sure it would have mattered if he had. Stitch at the plate then with the runner still on second. 1 out. Looks at strike 1. Now he's showing bunt. Gets down a good one. Actually, they throw it to first to get him out, but it does move Martinez to third. Phil hitting an even 200 with the first run of the game 90 feet away. Looks at strike 1. And the fastball is too low. Looks at strike 2 right down the middle. High hop, but it's going to be foul down the third base line. Still 1-2. 2 away, runner on third. This one fouled down the first base line. This one a ground ball to second, Gotay to first, and the Squirrels again fail to get the timely hit. We go to the 6th. We've got 8 combined hits, 0 combined runs. Jeff Francoeur back up for the 3rd time today. He is 1 for 2 so far. Hits this one up the middle, and again it will get through for a base hit. That one hit a little harder than the first one, but that will bring Ruben Gotay to the plate. He is 0 for 2, and he starts off with a strike on the outside corner. Changeup misses. Down and in, maybe? At least one of those. That fastball clearly inside. 2-1. Chases a curveball in the dirt for strike 2. Swings and misses at a changeup for strike 3. 1 down. Mark Teixeira has ground out in both at-bats so far today. Well, one of those was technically a fielder's choice. Grounds this one to first, and Terry will take the out at first. That leaves a runner on second with 2 outs for Brian McCann, who I do believe is 1 for 2 so far. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Looks at strike 2. Chases a slider in the dirt for strike 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still no score. Miyake will lead things off for the Squirrels. Miyake 1 for 2 today. Hits a line drive into right field. It does get down for a base hit. Francoeur gets it back in before it can really be trouble. Quinton 0 for 2. He's flown out and hit into a double play. Continues to bat left-handed. Looks at strike 1. Ground ball to third. It was weakly hit, so I think it's going to keep out of the double play. In fact, there's no throw to first at all. 1 out, runner on first for Terry, who's ground out to first in both at-bats so far today. Gets one in the air, but it's still to Teixeira, who catches that in foul ground. 2 outs, runner on first for Frank. He is 1 for 2. Looks at a strike. Pitch is outside. 1-1. Into left field. Will he get down? It does. That will put runners on first and second for Sweeney, who already has one hit in this game. I think he struck out in the second at bat. That slider does not get the call. Down and away. This will not get through. Escobar makes the grab. So we're still scoreless as we go into the 7th, where Escobar is going to lead things off for Atlanta.
Number 19.
Escobar with a double in his last at bat. Stitch still out on the mound with there being no score, and his spot in the order should come up next inning. So Escobar with a 1-1 count. Hits a ground ball to second, Phil to first, one away. Scott Hairston has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Looks at strike three. 2 down, Nomar Garcia-Parra has ground out in both at-bats today. Starts off with a curveball for strike one. That looked to be one of the better curveballs Stitch has thrown today. Then gets a swing and miss on a slider to make it 0-2. Another slider, another swing and a miss, and that will bring us to the 7th inning stretch. We are scoreless. Martinez will lead off on the other side.
Now, please rise and join the singer.
Martinez at the plate. I think he's 1 for 2. I don't think he got a hit his second time up. Takes strike one. Maxwell's still on the mound for the Braves. And he's got Martinez with an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll bring Joey to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Well, let's get a pinch hitter here. Let's put Whiteman out there. I've seen him hit a home run before. Actually, on a few occasions. So maybe he can steal one for us here. Maxwell winds. Starts him off with the fastball for strike one. Swing and a miss on a curveball to make it 0-2. Whiteman a ground ball to second. Gotay takes care of that, and we are off to the 8th inning. Jeff Salazar is going to lead off for the Braves. Still no score. All right, Johnston will get his chance to pitch.
Your attention, please. Now coming on to pitch for Indianapolis, number 27, Johnston.
Salazar has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Starts off here with the sinker for strike one. Slur for strike two. Slurve bounces in. Salazar does not swing. Another one in the dirt, and again Salazar doesn't chase it. Johnson puts in a fastball. Salazar does not offer, but it is strike three. Maxwell is going to hit for himself. So he watches that sinker bounce in. That sinker over the plate. 1-1. Fouled away to make it 1-2. Fastball just outside. 2-2. Bounces in a slurve. It's a full count on the opposing pitcher. Gets him to ground to third on a sinker. And Sweeney gets the ball there in plenty of time. 2 down. Jeff Francoeur, 2 for 3 on the day. Both hits up the middle as he fouls this one straight back. Neither hit particularly hard, but well enough. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. Fouls this one off back as well. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still no score. Squirrels back at the top of their order. Burke 0 for 3, and he is currently sporting a 199 average. Hits this one right to Escobar for the first out of the inning. Miyake, 2 for 3 so far. Struck out in the middle of those at-bats. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one up the middle. That'll be another base hit. Miyake having a good day. Just needs a little more support around him. For example, Quinton has not gotten a hit today. First pitch called a strike, awfully high in the zone. Then a line drive into right, and it does get down. Miyake had to wait to see what that was going to do, so he only makes it to second. Terry at the plate, runners on first and second with only 1 out. Maxwell in a bit of trouble. Terry has hit the ball to Teixeira every time up today. This time he gets it into center field and it gets down for a hit. Miyake is not going to be shy, and he gets in there for the first run of the game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Squirrels possibly not done yet, though. 2 on with only 1 out. Frank at the plate. He hits this into shallow center. Escobar going back, but it's going to get over his head. And in comes another run. It's now 2-0 Squirrels. Runners on first and second for Sweeney with 1 out. That fastball too far inside. Hits this one. That'll drop in fair into right field. In comes another run. 3-0 Squirrels. Maxwell is going to leave the game. Rijo is going to come in. All right, Martinez 2 for 3 on the day. I guess I was wrong. He was 2 for 2 last time. Runners on the corners with an out. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. Line drive, that's fair. That's going to score another run. Runners still on the corners. Now a 4-0 ball game, and Joey is at the plate. Slurve misses, down and out. Misses outside again, make it 2-0. There's a called strike. Hits this one to second. Gote goes home with it, and it, well, Sweeney is tagged out. So we will go get a pinch hitter who's not gotten a hit yet. Is Iwata the last one? All right, Iwata it is. I just now learned apparently he's a switch hitter. I hadn't noticed that before. 2 on, 2 outs. Iwata, from this past June's draft, has not gotten a major league hit yet. Has a 2-0 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss, makes it 2-1. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one foul down by third base. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the inning, but the Squirrels score 4. And the Braves will be with Ruben Gote to start off with a plate. I That came out terribly, but you guys know what I meant. See if Zap can mop this up.
Your attention, please. Now on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 23, Zap.
The all-star Zap, I might add. He's going to start off with Gautier, who is 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts in there. First pitch down and in. Bounces in a pitch, makes it 2-0. Up and out, 3-0. There's a called strike. Another fastball, fouled away. He's got a full count now. Zap. Goes with the changeup and gets a pop-up at the plate. Martinez a little bit on the first base side, makes the catch. One down, Mark Teixeira has put the ball on the ground in every at-bat so far today. Who looks at strike one. This one is going to line to right, but it hooks foul, 0-2. Zap fires in a high fastball, but Teixeira doesn't bite. Changeup gets fouled away again, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. The Braves down to their last out. Brian McCann, 1 for 3, got a base hit in his first at bat, and he's going to get a base hit again up the middle. 1 on, 2 outs for Yunel Escobar, who is 1 for 3 with a double. Looks at strike one. That pitch a bit too far inside. Popped up foul. Martinez should have this one, and that is your ball game. The Squirrels at least managed a split over this 4-game series. Your final score today, Atlanta Braves 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 4. All right, Terry's going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We are off tomorrow, so we will see you against the Reds on Wednesday. We'll see you then.